Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
A U.S. executive order triggers a Postal Service suspension of airmail packages from the Marianas.
Also tonight, sexual abuse cases continue to rise in the CNMI. Help is available.
And a recap on Resolute Force Pacific when over 600 military members visited the Marianas this summer.
In sports, a tough loss, but a great experience. The NMI football team in China.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Half a day, Titawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on September 5th from our studio high up on Capitol Hill.
People of the Marianas have growing concerns as they are unable to send out packages. We explore the different locations and find answers for some options. Outgoing packages in the CNMI through the United States Postal Service, USPS, has been affected by the United States administration's implementation of Executive Order 14324, suspending duty-free de minimis treatment for all countries. The executive order was signed by President Trump on July 30th and came into effect on August 29th. This terminated the de minimis exemption. Previously, low-value shipments under $800 imported into the U.S. were usually duty-free. The administration cited urgent national security and public health concerns, particularly the threat posed by illicit drug trafficking. They considered small, low-value shipments a way traffickers exploited loopholes to evade duties and enforcement. Locally, Postal customer Sean McDuff shares his recent experience.
A few days ago, I tried to mail a package to Washington State, and I was informed that we were unable to, that mail services out of the CNMI were on hold. I'm not fully understanding why. Maybe it's regarding tariffs or other restrictions, but yeah, that's where I'm at. And it's a little frustrating that, we can't mail anything out. Like, I don't think I've ever experienced that from here.
These are the options that McDuff and the public are given.
I could submit my package. It will be on hold at the CK post office until the hold is lifted, or I just wait till later, hold on to it myself, and come back at a later time to try and mail it out. In the meantime, it's still going to be on Saipan, be it in my possession or the Postal Service's possession. So.
Staff at USPS locations in San Vicente and Chalancanoa are not able to comment on this matter. DHL staff member says although their mainland counterpart has some challenges and tariff changes, locally they are operating regularly without interruption since they are not tied to USPS and have been using the International Postal Service process. Pacific Postal Plus in Garapan and Pacific Quickprint and Post on Middle Road are both tied to services through USPS. From Quickprint, Malu Lambat says along with letters, this is what you can send out.
Documents and pharmaceutical medicines, those kinds, yeah, you can still send that.
Until further notice, it is said that all outbound packages with these exceptions will be suspended. In a statement, Congresswoman Kimberlyn King-Hines says she has addressed the suspension of airmail package deliveries from the Marianas with White House officials. She says the White House made clear that the intent of this executive order was not to interrupt mail service from the CNMI. Rather, this is a result of unforeseen challenges in implementing a global suspension of de minimis exception for low-value imports and in reconciling that policy with the covenant and laws governing the territories. King-Hines concludes her statement by saying, "Reliable mail service is essential in the Marianas, not optional, and my office will continue to press federal agencies until the suspension is lifted and proper guidance is issued."
Police are requesting assistance in finding a missing person. Mr. Antonio Borja was last seen at his Gualarai family farm yesterday at around 12 noon. He was seen wearing a blue shirt, blue denim shorts, and a baseball cap. His family reported him missing and are eagerly awaiting his safe return. If you have any information as to his whereabouts, please contact DPS at 670-664-9042 or just call 911.
A local man is back in court for a sexual abuse case with 3 victims. 42-year-old Valentin Mangarero appeared in front of Judge Kenneth Govendo yesterday afternoon. Mangarero is charged with sexual abuse of a minor in the first degree, indecent exposure in the first degree, indecent exposure in the second degree, assault and battery, and disturbing the peace. On August 17, 2024, police say Mangarero was reported for sexual abuse of a minor. On September 12 and 13, 2024, 2 victims tell police that Mangarero inappropriately touched them and has indecently exposed himself on numerous occasions. The victims say some incidents even date back to 4 and 9 years ago. On June 24, 2025, police say a 3rd victim revealed sexual abuse incidents from a year ago with Mangarero. Victim tells police that Mangarero has threatened to kill if anyone was notified. Yesterday in court, bail is maintained at $50,000. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for September 10th.
Incidents of child sexual abuse in the Marianas are a continuing problem. Statistics show that reported offenses are on the rise, but that might be because victims and their families are now aware that there are people right here on the island willing and able to help. Benelin Metau is acting supervisor for Child Protective Services, and Vivian Sablan is administrator for the Division of Youth Services.
For this fiscal year, from October 1st, 2024 to as of August 31st, 2025, we have a total of 103 cases. 68 of that is new cases, and 35 are carryover from previous year. And out of that, we have 175 victims.
This is a statistical rise from fiscal year 2024, possibly, they say, because of the visibility created by community outreach.
Every time we go out there to campaign against child abuse and neglect, we also kind of highlight the fact that we are getting more visible out there. People are getting more comfortable to report. Mm-hmm. They're knowing where to go, who to call, who to talk to. Don't be ashamed. There is help out there. You can talk to trusted adults. You have counselors at school, that trusted auntie or uncle that you can talk to. You can also call DPS or our office. Well, we just want parents to know that we are here. In every outreach that we conduct, we make sure that we approach it where people will want to come to us because we're just there to facilitate a process. Number one is to make sure that safety is addressed, right? Safety is our number one priority.
Child sexual abuse is often a generational trauma.
There's studies that shows that victims of sexual abuse, if they don't get the services or the help they need as they grow up, it cycles to their kids. So what we want to do is come in as soon as we find out so we can help the kids so it doesn't continue. We're not just here to
take away the kids. We work with the whole family. Our goal is to reunify them, make sure that they're back in a safe home where they can feel safe and have trusted adults there.
If you are or know anyone who is the victim of child sexual abuse, call 911 or Child Protective Services at 670-285-2780.
DPS is also seeking the public's assistance in identifying any information on a hit-and-run case. Viewer discretion is advised. On September 1st, police say a 36-year-old male pedestrian was struck by a vehicle near Bank Pacific in Garapan. In the surveillance video from Marianas Medical Center, the southbound sedan is seen hitting the victim and continuing forward around 8:57 p.m. Police say the victim was immediately transported to CHCC. The Department of Public Safety says due to the operator fleeing the scene, there are no descriptions on the vehicle, and they are seeking assistance from the community for any information on this incident. Information can be reported to DPS Highway Patrol at 664-9085. Anyone wishing to remain anonymous can call the Crime Stoppers hotline at 234-7272. Coming up, Senate President King Nabors speaks about issues of concern for the Commonwealth.
And a returning traveler speaks about pizza of concern for the Commonwealth on Welcome to Saipan. Stay for a slice. Next.
Trust between service provider and customer is important because it forms the foundation for a long-term positive relationship. Trust influences everything from customer satisfaction to loyalty to community relationships.
Customers provide feedback on the services they receive from us, and their experience is our success.
I recommend Docomo Pacific to a lot of people, especially if you game. If you're like me, who live basically around the internet, they really, Docomo does really care for those who are their customers.
Honestly, from where I work at, I'm a customer service, and customer service is big for me, and they meet our expectations.
One of the positives of being a Docomo customer is the service. For us as a restaurant, we focus a lot on customer service, and it's nice to see, Docomo doing the same thing.
It's clear that they've been working to deliver more value for local businesses like ours. When their internet works consistently, it fades into the background, and that's how it should be.
It's happened. The gold mine of McDonald's chicken has been struck. Added to your snack wrap and McCrispy and made for dipping. It's special edition gold sauce.
Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go.
Welcome back. You're watching the Friday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Karl King Nabors has been Senate president for close to a month now, and he, along with the entire legislature, face a host of issues pertinent to the survival of the CNMI. Issues include making sure that the Divert Military Exercise Project on Tinian can ensure long-term protection of water resources on the island.
History is always a great indicator, and if we can learn from that and leverage our positions to, we're not here to stop it, but what we're asking for is a reasonable understanding of how much this usage will impact our community long term. Because this divert is only going to be here for a window of 7 to 10 years. My concern is, as a community member and as a public servant of my people, is that I ensure that I protect all the natural resources that we have for future generations. This is not my land. I'm just a custodian of it while I'm here.
And of course, there is the issue of the budget.
What we have to do as legislators is understand, okay, what are we trying to do? How do we, if we give 40 some odd $1 million to PSS, who are we going to cut? Because that's a huge amount of money going over to PSS if we're taking the gross. And my question, and this is a sincere question to our community, is we always talk about students first. Well, how does this student first mantra and idea, and I am a student first. I'm a product of the Tinian high school education, public school system education at CNMI. So many of us who have gone to do great things. So I'm not here saying that they're not right for asking for their money. The problem lies in, how do you take money from all these other departments that are already running on fumes? We're not paying CUC. We're not paying our actual obligations. So if we were to, hypothetically, give them the 40 some odd $1 million that they're looking for, then that would mean a reduction in force across the board. Now, what does that do to the students who are going to school and now both their parents got laid off? Now you've just thrown in flux, into chaos, this nuclear home.
This is 2025, and there is much to be done.
From challenges the community faced to Pet a Jet, an after-action or review of the military aircraft training that concluded last month. United States Air Force Training Resolute Force Pacific or RE4PAC ran this summer, bringing in over 600 airmen and other service members. Military Affairs Special Assistant Ed Camacho says that RE4PAC was overall a success for both military partners and the community.
We had a lot of great sharing of technical skills amongst the services that were participating and the joint partners. Interoperability with the types of aircrafts they were flying. They were able to exercise downed aircraft. They were able to exercise pilot rescue and other activities that we never even heard or saw because they're way out there in the waters, right? Away from the community area.
With live aircraft training being conducted close to home, some people expressed the challenges they faced.
I did hear a couple of concerns when some folks were affected by the helicopters being low, flying so low, and the jets flying so low. Well, we put a stop to that. There were also some issues like they were going to put big voice, sirens and all that, and we said no to that because it was so close to the community, and then the community would also worry about what's going on because it would sound like air raids are happening and all that, and we didn't need to exercise that. Those types of things were exercised some other places.
He shares that one of the successes to come out of the military presence in the Marianas was the Community Day, held on 3 islands where the public had a chance to climb onto a search and rescue helicopter, walk through a cargo plane, and see the fighter jets with their wingmen.
The airfield was opened up for members of the community to come up and pet a jet, right, and have their pictures taken with the aircrafts that were there and the airmen. So we did that on Tinian, Rhoda, and Saipan, all on the same day.
Camacho says we can expect smaller exercises to come in the future.
I know that my job as a reporter here at KSPN2 is to be an impartial observer, to share the events of our time without injecting my personal opinions, but this time I think I just might have to comment. Welcome to Saipan. Brian Anderson is returning home from Guam.
Flying in from Guam, went over to get some Domino's pizza. It was an expensive pizza, but I had a great time, and I'm happy to be back.
All right, and how frequently do you travel between here and Guam for pizza?
Well, I'd say at least once a week. It's got to happen. I've got a teenage daughter, and this is a requirement.
For you personally, what's your favorite menu item on Domino's?
I'm not a Domino's fan, honestly. She's a Domino's fan, but she gets an all-cheese pizza, and I can put up with that. It's actually pretty good. You know, the crust has got some good stuff going on there. So, I mean, it's a unique thing about the Guam airport. They have a Domino's pizza inside the airport. So, pretty pumped.
Now, I am a parent too. My child was a teenager at one time, and I would certainly go out of my way to make her happy. But this is too much. As a native New Yorker now supplanted in Saipan, I cannot condone even the mention of Huzuma What's It Pizza as an option. I mean, right here on Saipan there is Godfather's and Angry Penne and American Pizza, among other excellent pies. Your job as a parent here on Saipan is to offer your teenager a discerning palate.
Right now, there's a new taco truck that's here. I can't remember who owns it. But my wife said she just went down there and she said the tacos were really, really good. So I think they've got a leg up on them on tacos right now. Hi, Mom.
All right, thank you. Thank you, sir. Welcome home.
Just returning from the CNMI Labor Day softball tournament in Tacoma, Washington.
My name is Jen, and I play for the Marianas.
All right, and you just came from the softball tournament, Labor Day tournament in Oregon?
Yes, we did. We came from Washington. We played for the Labor Day, and it was fun. We had the opportunity to meet the other teams, everyone from the CNMI and from the other islands, and it was really fun to really get together with everybody.
60 softball teams participated and more than 3,000 people from across the states and the Marianas attended. There was undoubtedly red rice and barbecue and potato salad, but no mention of a whatchamacallit pizza. I'm just saying.
Shout outs to everybody that came out to play. It was a fun experience. Everybody had fun. We all had fun. And overall, it was just an experience of getting to know everybody, and we all had fun.
Thank you so much.
All right. Go Manamigas!
All right.
So, whether you're returning from a joyous softball reunion or a pleasant time with your daughter at the Guam airport, it is always great to come home to Kelaguen. Welcome to Saipan. Coming up in sports, the CNMI football team faces off against the big dogs of Australia in China.
Heat stroke is one of the leading causes of non-crash, vehicle-related fatalities among children. Vehicle heat stroke occurs when a child is left in a hot vehicle, allowing for the child's temperature to rise in a quick and deadly manner. In today's fast-paced world and with our busy schedules, we often tell ourselves that we would never leave our child in the back seat of the car, yet it can still happen. Take action if you notice a child alone in a car. Protecting children is everyone's business. Even in cooler temperatures, your vehicle can heat up to dangerous temperatures very quickly. Keep your vehicle locked and keep your keys out of reach. Make it a habit to look before you lock and avoid putting children at risk of heat stroke. Help us prevent hot car deaths in the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands. Stop, look, lock. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands Department of Public Safety.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! Va'a paddlers get their blades ready for this weekend's races. Paddles up, paddles set, hit. Tomorrow morning, the local paddling community will be out on their V1 and V6 outrigger canoes for races inside the Saipan Lagoon. Racers will speed through 500-meter and 1,500-meter sprints at Kilili Beach. The 500-meter sprints will be a straightaway race, while the 1,500-meter race consists of 5 turns on the 250-meter mark. Saturday tides are forecasted to be high at 5:37 a.m. and drop at 12:45 p.m. Go time is at 7:30 a.m.
Go time, 7:30.
Yes. See you in the water.
Or on the land.
Team NMI compete against the big dogs from down under. The resilient spirit triumphs any failure. The Asian Football Confederation, AFC, U23 Asian Cup 2026 qualifiers is underway in China. The competition spanned from September 3rd to the 9th. On match day 1, the NMI football team played against Australia on Wednesday, September 3rd. The match ended in a 0-14 loss. In a social media post, the Northern Marianas Football Association says, "While the result was tough, our boys showed heart, discipline, and growth. Every minute on the field is a chance to learn, improve, and push forward." Coach Atu emphasized the importance of experiences like this as we continue building for the future. The team now shifts focus to recovery and preparation for the next match. Team NMI's next match is on September 6th against China.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of isolated showers, mild breezes, and low temperatures of around 79 degrees. The weekend will be pure Marianas with a 30% chance of isolated showers, east winds wafting at 5 miles per hour, high temperatures of 87 degrees and low temperatures of 79 degrees. The sun has set at 6:26 p.m. just after the 5K leaving from Garapan Fishing Base has finished. The runners will be staring out to sea with a 70% chance of experiencing a glorious sunset and a 30% chance of receiving a refreshing shower. And the sun will rise tomorrow at 6:05 a.m. just in time for the Va'a racers to be beachside, standing by their outriggers, eyeing the majestic tapestry of blue as the sea's horizon meets the brightening sky. And I will see you there in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
Have a great weekend. We will see you again on Monday.